debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Appropriation Act 2023 to further extend the implementation of the capital aspect of the Appropriation Act 2023 from 30th June 2024 to 31st December 2024, standing in the name of the House Leader. Honorable members recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 27th June 2024. I will first of all call on the Leader of the House to please move for the suspension of our relevant rules to enable the House debate on this very important bill.
Speaker, I rise to move that the bill for an act to amend the Appropriation Act 2023 to further extend the implementation of the capital aspect of the Appropriation Act 2023 from 30th June 2024 to 31st December 2024, and for related matters, HB 1560 be read a second time. This is a fairly straightforward request which entails not altering the content of the budget, but essentially the date to allow for effective implementation to the benefit of Nigeria and all Nigerians. That essentially the date be adjusted from 30th June 2024 to 31st December 2024. And like I said, this is to make life easy for everyone to complete the project because we don't want abandoned projects. I urge my colleagues to please support this so that there will be no excuses. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader of the House, that it is a straightforward bill, which every one of us is fully aware of its importance to the economy, to the country as a whole. But since the minority leader has raised up his hand, I don't know is to whether to second or to contribute. Whichever one it is, you have the floor.
Let me say that very sincerely there are things that are legal, but truly, morally, they might not appear to be very correct. The application for extension of the 2023 budget, it's also coming with an application for extension of the supplementary budget for 2023. We understand the implication. From the letter we received, it is mainly, in fact, only on capital projects. And we cannot ask that capital projects should be abandoned. We cannot also deny our country, which by implication means denying ourselves the benefits of capital projects. So, in principle, we might not oppose this. I might not oppose this in principle because I want this project concluded. But in terms of procedure, I feel a little bit worried. A situation where we have 3 budgets running concurrently. And then we're also expecting, sincerely, a supplementary budget for 2024, which means that we have 4 budgets running in a country simultaneously. You will also recall that one of the major criticism against the PDP government was that we had no clear budgetary period, and so that we are returning to the era of January to December budget. But today, we are having not just 24 months, not just 12 months, but 24 months budget cycle. And so, whilst I would say that yes, it is in the interest of the country that these projects be concluded, but this process and procedure might not appear to be completely correct. In criticizing this, we will not just criticize, but profile an alternative, sir. And therefore, I will suggest that the House Leader steps down this bill, and then we go back to the drawing board. Look at it, all the projects that are contained in 2023 budget and 2023 supplementary budget, we take them over to the 2024 supplementary budget so that we can have just 2 budgets running in the country. That way, we would have achieved everything that we intend to achieve. If we have all the capital projects in 2023 that is not concluded and 2024. That's my submission, sir.
But I want us to please take away emotions. A it is important to appreciate this government because it's a new government in the first place. Two, there are legal and moral implications of extending a supplementary appropriation without extending the mother budget itself. And we are aware that the supplementary budget of 2023 is largely security related. Is largely 95% security related. And it is because of the passion of Mr. President to ensure that all those items that are slated for procurements are done within a stipulated period of time. And because we couldn't do for one reason or the other in the past, he felt that this is the best time for us to come to the House to request for an extension so that all these security-related equipments that have already been slated for procurement can see the light of the day. It is for our own good, it is for the good of the country. So I want to please urge and implore our members to please support this. It is to enhance the security of this country, without which nothing can move. So please kindly support this, support the progress of our country, please.
Mr. Speaker, I admire the PDP for playing to the gallery. I admire the minority leader who has been in this chamber for the last 4 sessions, and he knows the procedure and he knows the way things are being done. You cannot extend the period of supplementary budget without extending the period of the main budget, which hinges on the main budget. And the question here is this right? Yes, the answer is right, because it is within the law of the Appropriation Act that we can extend any part of the act. So I don't think it's an issue that we should be playing to the gallery or should bring politics in it. The PDP will... Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, order please, order please. Honorable Sada has the floor, please allow him to land, please. Mr. Speaker, allow him to land, please. Representative democracy, minority will have its say, but the majority will have its will. Mr. Speaker, I request the pleasure and the understanding of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle to support this Supplementary Appropriation Act, to support this extension of this act so that it will be for the better of this country. I so support, Mr. Speaker.
My distinguished colleagues, Mr. Speaker, this is the best moment of this House, where everybody is trying to express his feelings on the 3 budgets to be running concurrently if approved. Mr. Speaker, sir, I will want to move a motion that let the House go into a committee of the whole to discuss this issue amongst ourselves, executive session to discuss this issue amongst ourselves, then we'll come back to February. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, the Speaker of the House of the Nigerian People and ESSO, my respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Ado Dogwa, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, representing the good people of Dogwa, Tudunwada Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. And like I've always said, for the records, Mr. Speaker, I am of the APC extraction in Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I rise today on a point of responsibility. I rise on a point of duty. Mr. Speaker, this is an institution that we have continuously called the House of the People, which simply means whatever we do on this floor should be something that must be accountable to the people and who will be held responsible. Mr. Speaker, each and every blessed member that is on this floor is representing a community of his own people. And when we are discussing a matter of this magnitude, Mr. Speaker, the budget, which is the money bill,
which of course provides the basis of governance in any country. Definitely, we must have to agree to call a spade a spade. Mr. Speaker, I rise here very extraordinarily to say for the first time that I agree with the submissions made by the minority leader of the House today. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that has got nothing to do with my perpetual affiliation to the ruling party, the APC, which I'm still proud of. It has never happened, Mr. Speaker. Though I agree with Honorable Sada Soli, who said it's legal. The answer, yes, it's legal. But, Mr. Speaker, when you have something coming so unprecedented, something that has not been the usual practice of this great institution, then definitely you must have to accept that the people out there who brought us here to work in their own interest will have questions, whether overtly or covertly. And these are some of the moments that we must have to rise to stand to the position of our people. Mr. Speaker, I want to honestly say that even though it's legal, Mr. Speaker, this is unprecedented. You have two substantive budgets, 2023, being extended to 31st of December and running them concurrently. You have other supplementary budgets being carried also at the same time, Mr. Speaker. I want to say without any fear of contradiction that they may be legal, but that moral feeling, that moral responsibility, Mr. Speaker, that moral questions will always be raised. Reason why I rise to say so, Mr. Speaker, is for us as a house and an institution, while we have no cause whatsoever to stop it, I will be for it, and I will urge people to be for it. But at least at this critical moment, we must unite ourselves and we must stand collectively and send a signal to the government of the Federation that not everything could fly. When you have a budget being extended continuously, it means the government is lagging behind in the pursuance of the implementation of that bill. Mr. Speaker, it is my opinion that this House accept this bill, and I want to also plead with the members of the House of Representatives, no matter which party we belong to please allow it go for now, but the message has to be sent. The message has to be sent that government has to sit up and do the needful. Minority Leader, I want to plead with you on the ground, on the ground, Mr. Speaker, on the ground that yes, the government is a new government, on the ground that the leader of the government is somebody that we all trust, and on the subject matters raised in the extension of this project, sir, I would like to also agree that I therefore rise, I finally would like to second the motion that we move into executive session, discuss this matter, and hopefully come back to pass this request from Mr. President.
I think, honorable colleagues, move an executive session. Let us discuss in-house and take a common position, and then we'll revert back and do the needful. Thank you, honorable colleagues. I'm sure you recall that during the executive session we discussed a number of issues. One of them is your concern on the issue of the implementation of the 2024 budget. And we have all agreed that we reach out to Mr. President to ensure that the budget implementation of the 2024 is commenced immediately. And we also discussed about the issue of the 2023 budget and the supplementary as well. We have all agreed that it is in the best interest of the country to support this particular request from Mr. President to get the supplementary budget extended so that our security agencies who are waiting for these funds to be able to access it and be able to continue improving the security of the country. These are two out of several other issues that we have discussed, and I assure you that we will implement all that we have agreed as time goes on. Thank you so much. So with that, I think we can go ahead and put the question. And the question is, those who are in support of this motion should say aye. Those in support of this motion should say, I didn't hear the minority leader. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you very much.